Feminism, since its inception, has always been about achieving equality for all genders.
And that sounds great, doesn't it? But it's a bit of a slippery statement. I mean, it sounds perfectly fair and reasonable, but it's what's left out of that statement that I take issue with. See, when a feminist says feminism is about equality between the genders, what they really mean is feminism is about equality between the genders, which we currently do not have because women are oppressed and need to be given advantages over men in order to reach the point where women are no longer oppressed. And we reserve the right to determine when that point is. Until then, we need to keep giving women advantages and privileges over men. Next time a feminist throws the equality between the genders line at you, try responding with something like, "Gee, that sounds great. Tell me about how feminism is fighting for equality between the genders when it comes to prison sentences, male sexual assault, male parental rights, male genital mutilation, and male domestic abuse."
If you were to ask most people whether they believe men and women should be treated equally by our governments, our institutions, our employers, our societies, most people would say yes. But despite their affirmation of gender equality, these people would still be hesitant to identify as feminists.
You're right, most people would answer yes to the equality question, and that is why most people are not feminists. Because it's pretty fucking easy to see that while feminism claims to be about equality between the genders, it is in reality about female superiority. That is why people are hesitant to identify as feminists.
A recent poll done by the Washington Post showed that only a third of men and 2/3 of women actively identified as feminists.
Well, they're very different numbers to recent polls conducted by Vox and the Huffington Post, which suggest that only 18% or less than 1/5 of Americans consider themselves feminists. And I'm inclined to believe this figure. I mean, fewer and fewer people call themselves feminists these days because more and more people understand that feminism is a toxic, manipulative, and downright cunty movement.
Part of the reason people might be hesitant to use this label is that they're not fully sure what it means.
Oh, people are well aware of the dictionary definition. I can't think of another one that's been stuffed down people's throats more. I think the real issue is the obvious contrast between the dictionary definition and the movement in reality. See, people don't like being fed bullshit, and it's quite apparent to everyone except feminists themselves that feminism is full of bullshit.
Some common misperceptions include believing that feminism is all about elevating women over men.
Well, it's not really a misconception, is it? Feminism is about elevating women over men.
Or thinking that feminism isn't for men.
It's not for men.
That it dismisses the stereotypes that men have to deal with on a daily basis.
What? We don't give a fuck about stereotypes. What are the actual issues that feminism tackles on behalf of men?
So let's get to debunking some of these myths. First, feminism has never been about taking away men's rights.
Really? What about the Duluth model? The system that law enforcement operates under in most Western countries when it comes to domestic abuse. You know, the system that says in any domestic abuse situation, the man is to be automatically assumed guilty and apprehended. Feminists played a big part in the establishment of the Duluth model. Now, I've heard of cases where a woman was physically assaulting a man, so the man called the police only to be apprehended and handcuffed when they arrived.
Let's consider the gay rights movement for a moment. It's commonly accepted that the gay rights movement was never about taking away rights from heterosexual people.
Great, but what the fuck has that got to do with feminism?
Instead, it was about affording LGBTQ people the rights that they deserve.
Yeah.
This is the way that we should be thinking about feminism.
No. If the gay rights movement had shown themselves to be a bunch of lying, manipulative cunts, I'd be calling them a bunch of lying, manipulative cunts. Shit argument, love.
Second, when it comes to the way that our society views gender, it's not only women who have to deal with harmful stereotypes. Men are constantly faced with the pressure to be aggressive, to be competitive, to limit the ways that they express themselves.
Well, sometimes it's beneficial to be aggressive. It's nearly always good to be competitive, and we just don't really want to express ourselves as much as women. It's kind of just how we naturally are. I mean, some men do, and that's fine, but we're under no fucking obligation to express ourselves in the manner and frequency that you specify. So fuck off.
Feminism works to deconstruct the harmful stereotypes around all genders.
The stereotypes that you say are harmful. See, that's what fucks most people off about you dickheads. You think you're saving the world, but all you're actually doing is dictating your wishes to the world. So again, fuck off.
So if feminism is really about equality, why isn't it just called human rights?
Let me guess, because women are the oppressed ones and need the attention and rights and privileges and shit. You know, because it's totally not about lifting women up above men. dickhead.
The reality is that our society and its institutions have been shaped in a way that tend to privilege men over women.
Bullshit. Society and our institutions absolutely favour women over men. Look, you don't seem like you're a complete retard. Let's have a debate over this. If you're so sure about what you're saying, you shouldn't have a problem with it. But I'm tipping you'll be like most feminazis and run away with your tail between your legs, disable comments on your video, and possibly remove it altogether.
I personally think that Nigerian author Chimamanda Adichie answers this question best. To choose the vague human expression, human rights, is to deny the specific and particular problem of gender. It would be a way of pretending that it was not women who have for centuries been excluded.
Yeah, great. Some cunt says something that's not true. I don't fucking care.
Because of the way women have been systematically marginalized, calling it feminism creates the narrative space necessary for that marginalization to be addressed head on.
You are so full of shit.
As a movement, feminism has always been about leveling the playing field for all of us.
No, it hasn't.
Which means that yes, even you can be a feminist.
Oh, great! I can be a feminist! Yay!
I hope that this video has helped you to see different. This is Yara, signing off.
Right, well, I'll hear back from you about that debate. Yara. You know, watching my channel grow as quickly as it has been fucking incredible. It's nice to know that there's so many people out there who enjoy watching my videos as much as I enjoy making them. Like anyone else, I've got cubs to feed and bills to pay, so I really appreciate all the support that I get. It allows me to create and publish better videos at a faster rate. If you'd like to throw something in the hat as well, you can either support my videos on a continuing basis through Patreon or by making a one-time donation via PayPal. You'll find links in the description. If you can't or don't want to, that's okay too. You can help my channel grow by liking and sharing this video. Thanks for watching.